Hey guys, welcome back to Tipharot. It's me Matt here, and in today's video I'm going to be doing two things. First of all, I wanted to answer a question that I've had about the Lucid Dream Book, my new Lucid Dreaming ebook that just released, and that is, what exactly can you find in the book? I'm going to give you guys full chapter outlines for what to expect, so you know just how much information is in there. Then, after I finish with that, I'm going to give you guys a new Lucid Dreaming challenge, and this one is a little bit interesting because it's actually going to involve you doing something while you're awake. More on that later. So anyway, the Lucid Dream Book, what is it? Well, it kind of is what it says on the tin. It is the Lucid Dream Book. I intended it to be a one-stop reference for everything lucid dreaming related. From the important fundamentals to the fun stuff. From the stuff that you absolutely need to know to the stuff that's just kind of cool to know. I wanted to put everything in there, and so I've done my best to do exactly that. In chapter 1, I cover the rules of lucid dreaming, how the dream world works and how your lucid dreams work. These are vital rules, and so don't rush through this chapter, because if you go through this and you memorize everything in this chapter, it's going to make it so much easier to use all of the techniques that you learn later on in the book. Following on from this, in chapter 2 we talk about laying a foundation. These are the habits that you can embrace to ensure that you have success with lucid dreaming. These things can make or break your lucid dreaming experience. And so these are things that I think everyone should be doing, and that's why I cover them first before we even get to the part about getting lucid. Which, coincidentally, is the next chapter, which is called Getting Lucid. It is all about all the different techniques that you can use, and also about how you can increase your success rate with all of them. There are techniques of every kind in here, so there is definitely something in there that is right for you, and each technique gets its own detailed section talking about it in depth. But what does it matter if you know all these techniques for getting lucid, but you get lucid and you just wake up from excitement, or the dream ends too quickly? That's where chapter 4 comes in. Chapter 4 is called Staying Lucid, and as the name suggests, that's exactly what it's about. It's about making your dreams last longer. So I talk about the things that you can do to stop yourself waking up, the things that you can do to stabilize your dreams if they're getting unstable, and also how you can make the most of short dreams when you have them. In chapter 5, I talk all about dream control. Whether you want to know how to fly, how to change locations, how to spawn items, spawn characters, use superhuman powers, control people and get them to do what you want, communicate with the subconscious, or simply wake yourself up, I've detailed all of that in this chapter. What's important though is that as well as detailing all of these different techniques, I've taught you how you can create your own dream control techniques. Because the fact is, there are limitless possibilities in your lucid dreams, and I felt like it was a bit silly giving all these different techniques without explaining how you can figure out how to make your own. Because obviously there are going to be lots of people reading this book who have things that they want to try that I've never even thought of. So I made sure to make it so that by the end of the chapter, you know how to figure out anything that you could possibly do in the lucid dream. Now sometimes in life it can be good to have a bit of an edge, which is why in the next chapter I talk specifically about lucid dreaming tools, things that you can do to increase your chances of getting lucid. In this chapter I cover things like lucid dreaming masks, dream herbs, galantamine, huperzine A, the placebo effect, and a whole lot more. I talk about which of these things work, how they work, and how to use them. Now if there's any one complaint I've heard over the years from people trying to learn to lucid dream, it's that they're just not having any success getting lucid. They've tried this technique and that technique, and they've been doing it for weeks, sometimes even months, and they haven't had any lucid dreams. So I made an entire chapter dedicated to this issue, trouble getting lucid. I talk about the different things that could be getting in the way and how you can resolve them so that you can start getting lucid on a regular basis. Then in chapter 8, that chapter is for all of these other useful things that you might want to know about. Things like sleep paralysis, false awakenings, analysing your dreams, creating your own dreams without necessarily being lucid, how to deal with nightmares, and how to use lucid dreaming as a stepping stone to improve the rest of your life. So yeah, as you can see, there's a lot in there, so be sure to check it out at gum.co/theluciddreambook. After you've done that, let's get back to that lucid dreaming challenge that I mentioned. So what I need you to do is I need you to get lucid first, and then I need you to look in a mirror. Now try and do this without any expectations. If you've looked in a mirror before in a dream, try and put that out of your mind and realise that this time what you see might be completely different. Don't expect to see anything good or anything bad. Just go to the mirror and see whatever it is you see. Maybe you just see yourself looking back at you, nothing out of the ordinary. Maybe your face looks a bit weird. Maybe you look in the mirror and you don't even see yourself. Or there is no mirror, it just disappears when you look in it. Make a note of what it is that you see when you look in the mirror. And the challenge is actually going to start when you wake up. I want you to wake up and I want you to analyse what you saw. Write down in your dream journal what you saw in the mirror and start to try and analyse that. So since your dreams are created by your subconscious, what you see in a mirror could represent what you subconsciously feel about yourself, or part of it anyway. Now obviously if you expect that when you look in the mirror in the dream you're going to see your face melting and you look in the mirror and that's what you see, that doesn't mean that you subconsciously believe anything to do with your face melting. It just means that's what you expected and what you saw. So that's why I say to try and go in without any expectations. But assuming that you achieved that, once you sit down afterwards, ask yourself why you saw what you saw. Does it represent something to you subconsciously? You know, if you saw a happy, smiling, joyous person looking back at you and you're really happy with what you saw, does that perhaps reflect that you are subconsciously feeling really good about yourself recently? Maybe you see an empty mirror, you don't see anything there. Maybe this signifies some kind of disconnect between you and your subconscious. Now I say all this, but I'm not trying to give you the answers here. Ultimately the answers come from you. Only you know your own subconscious. So you should actually see what you think intuitively you feel about these dreams. And also check out my videos on dream analysis because I've made a couple talking about this before, so check those out and try this out for yourself and let me know the results. Before we go, once again, if you do actually want to check out my Lucid Dreaming book, you can get it at gum.co/theluciddreambook, link in the top right hand corner and also one in the description down below. Thanks for watching, make sure you subscribe and enable notifications, and if you want to keep watching, check out one of those videos that's on screen, go watch that and I'll see you there soon. Take care.